Alright, let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Wait a minute. eh, there's a little bit left. Anyways, this is what the video is about. Sorry, I don't do reviews on beef jerky. Maybe I should. That's good beef jerky. You haven't had it? Tender bites? Teriyaki beef steak? Delicious. Kind of my little fad right now, beef jerky. Really good. It'd be expensive, but oh man, it's so worth it. A really good beef jerky brand you guys should try is called Old Trapper. Really moist, very good beef jerky. Oh, the flavor is so good. I think this is the only Jack Link's beef jerky I actually like, is the Tender Bites teriyaki beef steak. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyways, back to the video. So let's do talk blades, because that's what we're into right now. I have for you guys a very interesting one. It's the only one in my collection. I might get more later on. I'm not entirely sure. But they are a bit steep in price, so don't really hold your breath on that one. What I got for you today is the Krudo knife. And call it Krudo knife. But it's Krudo knives. This thing has a very interesting opening mechanism, very much like the Wave feature. And when I purchased it on Amazon, it was $115. Prices are kind of varying. I've noticed that they kind of go up and down. So if you want to look it up, you can get it on Amazon. Just look up the name Krudo. It's Krudo. And it's kind of like they're trying to copy the Bad Monkey from Southern Grind, because they put like a little face on the pivot. And as you can tell, it's got this weird opener right here. And what that is, it's very much like the Wave, except it's not the Wave. It protrudes a little bit off of the spine for good reason, so it can catch onto your pocket. And yes, you can wave this out of your pocket. It's got a spear point style blade with a interesting styled fuller on the blade, or what a lot of people see it as a blade or a blood groove. Of course, that's not what it is. It's called a fuller. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to help reduce weight on a blade. But a lot of times nowadays they use it for aesthetic purposes. You know, it just looks cool. But it's supposed to help with weight reduction. And yes, it does have real G10 handle scales, carbon fiber handle scales on both sides, this side and on the opposite side. It is a frame lock, and it has an overstop right there, which is nice, so you can't pull it any more than a certain, length. So that's nice. Or it could just be a detent. No, it's an overstop. Anyways, this is on ball bearings, from what I understand. I think it's ceramic ball bearings. Either way, it's still nice. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if it's really ceramic ball bearings. Someone quoted ceramic ball bearings. I'm not entirely sure. You can look up the stats if you want. I do think the pocket clip on this thing it looks very much like you're carrying a pen, because it's got that very interesting pen kind of pocket clip. Either way, it's still nice. It's heavy. Very heavy knife. It's got the aircraft aluminum handle scales. Kind of coffin-shaped handle. And it has 3 different ways of deployment and opening. So you have I'll call it the Wave. But you can wave it out your pocket with this. You could flipper it open, like so, like you've been seeing me doing. And of course, it has this weird, this is new to me, but it has like the thumb opener, I think it's what it's called. You hold the knife like so, and you put your thumb on this ramp that's protruding up, and you open it like that. I'm still getting used to that, because I'm used to flipper or wave or thumb stud. I'm not used to opening up my knife like that, but apparently that's a new thing now. It's on a decent amount of knives, so you can open it up in that kind of aspect. Interesting. So there it is. You get a full grip on there. It's a decent sized knife. You got that kind of Gladius looking kind of blade. And we'll go into the stats so that way you guys can know. Specs, excuse me, stats. Yeah, we can go into the stats. Oh no, starting to freak out again. But yeah, so when I saw this on Amazon, I wanted to hop on it. It just looked different. And I haven't really seen too many videos on Krudo knives. So I figured why not get one and do that. So you can switch the pocket clip on either side, which I think is nice. But it's only for tip-up carry. So it's not four-way positional, but it's still pretty decent. Like I said, if you don't mind having a heavy knife in your pocket, which I don't, I actually kind of like the weight. So I just don't know if anything were to happen to this pocket clip. I don't know how I'd be able to replace it, but it seems pretty sturdy for what it is. But I guess we'll see. Frame lock seems to be working okay. You got that partial jimping up here, so it kind of acts like a finger, like a thumb ramp almost. And you just hold it in like a saber grip. Still pretty good. When I tested how sharp it was, it's decently sharp. It doesn't really have much of a tip on there, but I don't know. I guess it's fine for what it is. Come on, work with me. Work with me. There we go. Oh, excuse me. So let's just say like a 7.1, 7.2. We'll just go with that. I need to recalibrate it again. And we'll just go into the length right now. It's a 4-inch blade with an overall 8.5 inches, or a little over 8.5 inches. Like I said, this is aluminum handle scales. Someone said it was steel handle scales. I'm not entirely sure about that. But, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting and different. We'll go to the thickness. This thing is kind of wide. 14.9 on the handle. And on the blade, a 2.2. Excuse me. 3.8. That's better. Because it kind of tapered down a little bit. And you're probably wondering, how sharp is it? Alright. Let's bust out the paper, if I can. I got another knife review and I just dropped it. Alright, so here's the paper, here's the knife. Let's see how sharp it actually is. It's decent. It's decent. It's not... It's got an edge on there. I haven't used this knife for anything. So it has a workable edge. It's not perfect. The tip seems to be okay. It's not as sharp as... And I've never used this knife for anything. I've carried it maybe a couple times. So this knife needs a little bit of sharpening. And this is out of the factory. Like I said, I've carried it. I haven't used it to cut anything. I've carried it for like a day in my pocket. And then I decided to stop carrying it because I wanted to carry something different. And I put it away. I didn't use it for a thing. and this is the kind of tip, this is the kind of edge that it has, that it comes with. So, I mean, it has an edge. It's a workable edge, but it's not, obviously it's not Spyderco sharp. Or Cold Steel sharp even. So, whatever. Still looks pretty. And it has that 3 different types of opening. Very smooth deployment. So if you're into fancy-pantsy knives, this might be your thing. So, I don't know. Krudo. Alright. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.